Silas looked up the great divide. Silas whispered. He tucked the vial into his heavy wool coat and grabbed his walking stick. The sprites in the corner of the room, glowing blue and green, chattered in high-pitched whistles as he walked out the door, leaving the ticking clocks of his life behind of Silas's own fleeting whimsy. As Ev looked up, perched on a stack of almanacs, was a paper crane, folded from a discarded tax form. It preened its pointy wing with a beak made of a sharp crease. This was Oregon, a creature brought to life by a stray spark of Silas's own fleeting whimsy. That a series of stepping stones made of solidified moonlight, suspended over a sea of white mist. Silas moved, his knees protesting every step. Above them, the clouds were not silent. They hummed a low, vibrating melody that resonated in Silas's teeth. "Keep your rhythm, old man," Origami chirped, fluttering ahead to scout. "If you lose the beat, the clouds will think you are a dissonant note and try to absorb you." "In the Nosen my sands," Silas muttered, catching his breath. "They think they can organize the soul into neat little rows of cabinets." "They are bureaucrats, Silas," Origami said. "They don't have rangeries and expansions and day rangers then say. A siscorzi H perfectly either chairs as arrays or expired as with straws." They only smiled in the band of the anime, and the lesson is willing to have us, this content into the way is a pull kind of peoples together. People blades.
No, I mind. They know I mind. Solid or majestic, squaring knowing be. The Silas wide is super broad reprogramming terms of though has my miles. Your origami stronger wide'd be.
Silas was exhausted. The air had grown thin and cold, smelling of ice and ancient secrets. Before them lay a chasm so deep it seemed to swallow the very light of the stars. On the far side stood the spire of redress, a monolith of white stone where the world's forgotten things were meant to be returned. Clockmaker who knows that the most important part of the machine is the silence between the ticks. The crane replied. He hopped down and tucked himself into Silas's sleeve. "Rest now, Silas. The light is low, but the sun will find us eventually." The purple sprite drifted out, hovering for a moment above the starlight. "It looks smaller here, more fragile. Later, into the beast as a field tiv. The cane replied of the birds and mysteries to the dism of the But as he drifted into sleep, he felt a warmth in his chest that didn't come from a lantern. It was the quiet